Hey everybody, it's the next day, and Corey and I did a little snow removal, kind of in front of the house. It's really a lot of snow. It's really heavy, so it took a while, and it started getting dark, so we got to a certain point, we called it quits for the night. Today we were going to come out and kind of tackle the rest of it. We're trying to get at least the front of the house done, but then we did a little survey around the house here. I don't know if you can hear the trickling, but snow melt off the roof is melting really good. It's a beautiful, nice sunny day, so the sun is shining on the house nicely, which is perfect. But this is something we kind of knew was going to happen. But there's one particular corner of our house that is a little lower, so we need to adjust the grading eventually here. But it's kind of pooling up right now. It's whatever comes down the downspout is going to run right, and I'll show you guys. It runs down the downspout and then it kind of runs right back to the house. So, and it's starting to pool, which is kind of an issue. There is some sort of, I guess you could see it in the basement. It's not like a flooding, but you can see that there's moisture on that corner wall there. But, okay, so, like I said, the sun's melting the snow on our roof. We got a nice good flow coming off, but it is running back towards our house because of the grade, and it is pooling up right here, which is not really good, because you could tell how it kind of inclines as long as I go to the left here. So yeah, that's something we need to address ASAP. So today, just because obviously the ground is frozen and there's really nothing we can do permanently right now, we're gonna run to the store, get some sort of tubing to kind of just move that runoff further away from the house, so that way it doesn't run back and pool. Something that we really want to stay on top of, because this could lead to very big issues in the long run if we don't take care of it now. So. Alrighty, so we're back from the store. We actually got it all set up. We got two of these, it's a black corrugated hose, 3-inch in diameter and 25-foot long. So, but we just hooked them up to the gutter. I'll kind of show you. But we got two of them for our two gutter systems on the side. Just preventative action on one end, but to kind of stop a problem on this other one. And yeah, so far it seems to be carrying that water away. You know, it's starting to flow out the other end, which is a really, really good sign. But yeah, this will have to be, this is a temporary fix right now, because obviously the time of year and what we have going on right now. And yeah, so we're gonna definitely have to assess a more permanent solution when it gets warmer in the near future here. So, but yeah, here I'll show you kind of what it all looks like. So like I pointed out, we kind of have a little puddle forming here in the corner of the house, but everything, you might still be able to kind of hear it. Everything's still trickling out really good, flowing off the roof, and then we have our hose kind of cupped around the end of our gutter system, so there's no longer water dripping out, because you can kind of see where the water melted that little hole. But yeah, and then it all just flows out and down. This is kind of going downhill on a slight incline, so it's, you can kind of see it is trickling out really good, actually. Nice flow. It's trickling out really good, which is what we want. So yeah, that's that for now. To be continued. That's a project to be continued, to be dealt with further. But that's kind of our little quick solution for the time being, because it is actually really nice out. It's in the 40s, low 40s. The sun is shining bright, no wind, so it's really nice. You can start You can see patches of the roof, which is a plus. So, but speaking of which, we are going to continue removing the snow from at least the front of the house, because it's probably about 3.5-foot piles from what we've plowed on top of what came off the roof. That's kind of like a hindsight thing, well, like a lesson learned, kind of a tip to take note to. Because this is our first winter here, we really weren't sure exactly where to push the snow. I mean, obviously downhill, preferably. But with up against a house, we're going to have to remember to kind of combat that a little more. And gotta keep an eye on my dog. But to kind of combat that more and to make sure to keep it away from the house more regularly and not let it build up, because this is really heavy, wet snow from it being warm, then freezing, and then whatever on the roof, because that wasn't light either. And our snowblower, that's because our plow can't get close to the house, obviously, and then we're going to try and shovel what we can out, snow blow it even further, and then have the plow kind of push it all the way. So we'll see. It kind of was tough for us a little bit last night. We got a little section of it. I'll kind of show you what's what. But yeah, hopefully today it goes a little bit easier, especially with the sun out. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm going to get on with that and get her done, because there's only so much light left. But, yeah. So that is that. Well, almost. Corey's just finishing up moving the last of the snow and just put some of the shovels away. But yeah, that is that. What a workout moving all that snow. That's all that heavy, wet, packy snow like you make a snowman out of. But yeah, a pain in the butt, but definitely needed to do that. You saw how much water was draining, so with all that melting, and especially if it's going to get drastically warm, I don't know if it will, but if it does, we don't want all that just to suddenly just melt right there, especially when the ground still isn't thawed, because then there's nowhere for that water to go but pool up, and we don't want that. So, but those corrugated tubes are working great. We've been kind of watching them, and yeah, everything's flowing great in a way. All the snow's moved. Yeah. Just another day on the homestead, I guess, getting stuff done. Just kind of trying to stay on top of things. And some if anyone was wondering why we were using like spade shovels instead of like regular snow shovels, some of this was kind of like frozen, like there's like a layer of like frozen ice or what have you. So that spade, the point, kind of helped really well, like chipping into it, you know, so cutting each chunk out at a time. So that kind of helped that way. So in case anyone was wondering, that's why. And yeah, otherwise everything just looks really nice and cleaned up. Got more space now. Corey even came through and kind of widened all the paths and whatnot a little bit more, just to push things out. And kind of towards the low spots on the property here. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed. I know it really wasn't super exciting, but it was just what happened today on the homestead and yesterday. But yeah, just kind of the reality of being out here in the North Woods, especially with all the snow. And you know, some of you are fortunate enough to not get snow. And actually, some of you who normally don't get snow were lucky enough to get snow. Talking about you, California, Southern California. Hope everyone is okay though and is faring well, because yeah, it's a feat. It's a feat for sure. But yeah, like I said, I hope everyone enjoyed. This is just kind of the reality of it, and if anyone, and I hope this is kind of also a little reminder for those that might have forgotten or might not have thought about, you know, the snow on the roof and the snow around the house and whatnot, you know, if this is your first time too. So kind of trying to help each other out a little bit. But yeah, so please leave any comments if anyone has any comments or questions, what have you. And please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any other fun little to-dos on the homestead here. Bye guys, have a great day.